Hello, fellow caricature lovers. This is David with another video on how to draw hair. It's a continuation of my last video. And in this video, I've got about 18 different pictures of people with different hairstyles. Long hair, short hair, dark hair, blonde hair, curly hair, straight hair. And I'm going to pretend like I'm drawing them live, and that means I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each one, just about a minute or so. Here's the first one. This one is fairly simple, except for the highlights, which makes it, the highlights are difficult. So I'm not gonna make the darken the hair. I'm just going to indicate the overall shape of the hair and the direction it's growing in. As I was saying, I'm going to only spend about 1 or 2 minutes on each face, and the main thing is just to get the overall shape and the direction the hair is going and whether it's curly or straight. The only thing difficult about this one, as I said, was the highlights, which I found really difficult. When you're drawing the hair close to the face, you want to make that look darker, because it's behind. This one should be fairly simple. Let's see what we can do with this handsome fellow with short hair. I'm just going to indicate, with a few lines, I'm going to indicate which direction his hair is going in. I think I could have done a better job on that one, but what the heck. Eyebrows, those are made out of hair too. Just couldn't resist to do the eyes. On most of these, I'm not going to put in the details of the face. By the way, this video lasts over 20 minutes, so I won't be offended if you fast forward and skip part of it. This is, I didn't know who that was until I did this drawing of him. That's the actor Jamie Foxx. And he's got a pretty simple hairdo. I hope I did justice to it. It's got kind of a fade. Main thing is speed. Work fast. Fast, fast, fast. I actually did this drawing from another reference picture of Jamie Foxx, which I lost, so I replaced it with this one, which was close. Not a very good likeness. This one should be fairly simple because it's straight hair. Straight hair is always easier to do than curly hair for me. The only thing difficult about this hairdo is the highlights, again, where the light hits it. And when the hair is behind the face, you want to make that look darker to give it a 3D look. If you think you can do better, prove it. I'll give you my email below and you can do a drawing yourself and send it to me. And I'll give you my unbiased opinion of it. That one came out pretty good, I think, for 1 or 2 minutes. I've never had a live person pose in profile to me, so okay, the hair on the far side of this face should be a little darker since it's farther away, and so that's about all I would do on this. I don't want to put in too many details because she's got fair colored hair, and if you put too many lines in, it's just going to make it look darker. This handsome fellow actually had a challenging hairdo because it's going in all kinds of different directions. That's what made it difficult. I shouldn't have made that line where the hair meets the forehead because you don't really have a line there. I should have just sort of indicated that. See, that's an interesting hairdo. I wonder what he paid for that hairdo. Couldn't resist putting in a few details of the face. Now this guy has got a real interesting hairdo. I wish I had that much hair. I would just kind of indicate the waviness of the hair and which direction it's going in. And for a quick drawing, that's all I would do. I'm using a Crayola marker, by the way. So the next one is, come on, get out of there. The next one is, this guy looks like a soccer player to me. He's probably some famous athlete that I've never heard of. But it should be fairly easy to do his hair since it's short. There again, I put that line, that horizontal line. I shouldn't do that. Or I should do it in pencil and then erase it. Now that's an interesting hairdo on this Asian youth. Put the ear in for reference. The hair, again, the hair in the back wants to look a little darker to give it a more three-dimensional look. Just indicate which direction the hair is growing in. I guess I could fill the whole thing in with black, but I'm too lazy to do that. And now there is an interesting hairdo, and that's an interesting, challenging angle if you want to try drawing that guy's face from that angle, looking up his nose. I would encourage you to try to draw these hairdos yourself, just to see what you can come up with, and if yours is any better than mine. Maybe it is. If you think my drawings suck, let me know in the comments below. Now this one should be real easy because she's got straight hair, not kinky or curly, so this should be a no-brainer. I should be able to crank this out in like a minute. So the hair in between, right in there, that should be darker to indicate depth. And then just put a few lines in to indicate which direction the hair is going in. Now this is an interesting hairdo. It's got these two big chunks of hair, a big one on the left and a smaller one on the right. And I'm just going to sort of try to get the overall shape of those two chunks of hair and the direction they're growing in. And that's about all I'm going to do for this handsome young fellow. I should have added music to this video. It would have been a little less boring. Now this is, of course, an illustration, and whoever did that illustration, I don't know what his name is, but he knows how to draw hair, so I don't think I did justice to the illustration. Of course, he spent more than a couple of minutes on that drawing. But the main thing, as I keep repeating, main thing is just to get the overall shape of the hairdo and whether it's curly or straight and which direction it's going in, and the highlights if you have time. I need to work on highlights. That's something I haven't quite mastered. Okay, the hair right in there should be darker since it's behind the face. Yeah, that right there should be darker since it's behind the face. to give it a feel for being three-dimensional. Okay, you should give up while you're ahead. Now this mop head here has got a lot of hair on his head. The main thing is, if you're doing live, don't get bogged down in the details. Don't try to draw every individual hair. Just, as I keep repeating, just go for the overall shape of the hairdo and what direction it's growing in. I'll put in a few lines. And by the way, if the subject has got blonde hair, you don't want to put a lot of hairlines in it, because the more lines you put in it, the darker the hair is going to look. And you don't want that for a blonde. Hey, we're almost done here. Now this one should be pretty easy because she's got really straight hair, which is easier to draw than curly hair. Again, I'm just drawing an outline of the face so I have something to hang the hair on. The most difficult part of this hairdo would be the highlights, I think. And I'm not going to fill it in with black, even though she's got black hair. And I'm going to attempt to show the highlights in here. Did I succeed? I don't know. Now this next hairdo, this looks like an AI-generated face to me. That doesn't look like a real human being. If you are a real human being, forgive me. But real or not, I don't think I did justice to this hairdo. And you'll see why in a minute. I should have done this one over, but I was too lazy. I should have kind of done an outline of the overall shape, and it would have looked more aesthetically pleasing, I think. Pretty bad, I would say. I think this is, of the 18, this is probably my worst. This guy, this looks like another AI-generated face to me. If you're real, forgive me. He looks like some kind of an athlete to me, but his hairdo should be pretty easy to capture with a few lines, I think. I should not have drawn that line in there. Okay, right there it's darker. And I believe this is the last lovely face. Curly hair, for me, is more difficult to draw. it kind of starts out kind of straight and then it gets really curly towards the end of each strand of hair, which I tried to indicate. That's supposed to be a headband there. So, let me know what you think of my attempts to draw these different hairdos quickly, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you think you can do better than me on any of these, prove it. I'll give you my email below. Take your best shot and send me your drawings of these faces or any faces, and I'll let you know what I think of them. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye.